Hello, hello. Hi. As we're growing older, one thing that I'm realizing is that it's very difficult to rest. It's very difficult to enter into rest because you try to put your mind to relax a bit. You think of what else should I be doing. You try to relax a bit. You ask yourself like, is there any project that I should be working on? Like you're used to this life of just being busy, 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 busy all the time. Try to occupy every minute and every hour with something meaningful. And sometimes, for one to get inspiration, you need to just put your mind to rest, or maybe go out, travel, walk around, see what's beautiful around the neighborhood. And sometimes something that women are good at is just entering the nothing box and staying there. So it's been really a struggle, especially when you take leave or you take off from work and you just want to relax, because the mind is just used to schedules, to reports, to KPIs, the next email, the next the next email, the next project, the next deliverable, this and that, phone calls from departments, phone calls from suppliers, phone calls from different places, dealing with colleagues who sometimes are hectic, sometimes are good, and all that. And it can really redefine and reshape your life in a way to think that um, or in a way that rest seems a strange thing when it's something that should be part of our normal day routines. Sorry for the background noise. There's a lorry that has come around. Yeah, that is to deliver some goods. So it reminds me of the children of Israel um, when they were busy doing a lot of things that when God was asking them to enter into rest. And we see this in Hebrews chapter 4 verse 10 to 11. It says, for he who has once entered God's rest also has ceased from the weariness and pain of human labors, just as God rested from those labors, just as God rested from those labors peculiarly. And this is the scripture that was being referred to is also Genesis chapter 2 verse 2, where God rested after the creation and all that. And we see also in verse 11 of Hebrews chapter 4, it says that, let us therefore be zealous and exert ourselves and strive diligently to enter that rest of God, to know and experience it for ourselves, that no one may fall or perish by the same kind of unbelief and disobedience into which those in the wilderness fell. So this scripture was in context talks about resting from our own efforts and believing that God has done the finished work. So ours is just to labor to believe. And because our righteousness is like filthy rags, our works are not able to deliver us and to deliver us into eternity. But the work that we need to put on is just to believe that that Christ has already done everything on the cross. So looking at our lives is to realize that at the end of the day, we only have this one life to live. We only have this one moment to enjoy life. We only have this one time. So we have to be balanced in everything that we do. Just like Solomon told us in Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything, time to work, the time to sow and the time to reap. So we've spent time a lot sowing, especially as adults. We sow into lives, sow into our wives, sow into family, sow into work, sow into business, sow into this, sow into church, sow into every other area, but we don't sow into ourselves. So we need to learn to take a break, learn to unwind. And it's not strange to unwind. It's not strange to be at a place of peace. It's not strange to be at a place whereby you move away from the norms and the busyness of life just to rest. but you have to be intentional to rest. Just as like this scripture tells us, verse 11, let us therefore be zealous and exert ourselves and strive diligently to enter rest. We also need to strive to put our body to rest. We have to strive to put our minds to rest. Even the times when it's telling you, no, you need to work, there's another report. Remember, this life requires balance, this body requires recharging, and your mind requires rest. So as we ponder upon this, choose to be intentional about your rest time. And rest may look like this way. Look even at the bed in which you lie on. Is it the bed that satisfies you? Do you enjoy sleeping on that bed? Is it time that you change that mattress or upgrade that mattress? What about you change the size of a bed to the bigger one, just to rest and to ensure that your bedroom should be your favorite place in the room, because as you have your table somewhere to study and all that, also the place you sleep should be more super and more better kept than your living room. So have a good day.